Hi, welcome to BoxPred, and in this video I am going to be giving my prediction on the November the 27th fight between Carl Froch and Arthur Abraham. It is for the WBC Super Middleweight Title, and it is part of the Super 6 boxing tournament that Showtime is running. In this fight, of course, Carl Froch gets a chance to win back his title, which he lost in his previous bout to Mikhail Kessler. But since Mikhail Kessler has now been forced to withdraw from the Super 6 tournament, he vacates the belt. So it's for the vacant WBC Super Middleweight Title. Okay, my prediction for this fight is a victory for Arthur Abraham by stoppage. Right. In this fight, you have two guys who have excellent knockout ability. Both guys have knockout percentages between 70 and 80%. Very good knockout percentages. Very strong power punches, which would explain why I sort of had difficulty predicting this one. And I've been switching between fighters in my head, changing my mind on how this fight goes, because effectively it could all end with one punch from either fighter. However, I think there is two possible outcomes to this fight, and I've chosen one as my official prediction. Those two possibilities are my prediction, which is a stoppage for Arthur Abraham, which I feel could happen at any time in the fight, and also Carl Froch by decision. Now, first of all, I'm going to say why Carl Froch by decision, why I feel that could happen, and in a way I do hope it happens, because I will be rooting for Carl Froch in this one. I feel, if you look at both fighters, they struggle against similar types of fighter. They struggle, I think, against quick, elusive, slick fighters such as Andre Dirrell, who both have fought. Carl Froch, I felt, had a controversial split decision victory over Andre Dirrell on home turf, and Arthur Abraham was disqualified late in his fight with Andre Dirrell. But make a note that he was well behind on the scorecards. He was losing that fight. They struggled for obvious reasons. They're not the quickest of fighters, these two. However, I think the fighter between the both of them that has more of a chance of adopting an elusive style is Carl Froch. I think he's naturally the slightly quicker fighter. And I think if I were Carl Froch for this fight, I wouldn't want to be getting into a slugging match with Arthur Abraham. I would try to, I think he needs to try to work behind the jab, and he needs to stay away from any slugging matchup, with any slugging war with Arthur Abraham. I think Carl Froch's best chance in this fight is to, like I said, stay on the outside. I'd be looking for him to have worked on his foot speed, his hand speed, and his jab, punching at angles to keep Arthur Abraham off balance, getting in and out quickly. I feel he's going to, maybe you might be thinking, well, that's not the type of fighter he is, because a lot of people see him as just some slugger who has knockout power. He's not really an elusive fighter, he's not that quick, but I think that's his only real chance in this match. I can't see Carl Froch knocking out Arthur Abraham, I just don't see it happening. A big factor in this fight for me is the defense of the two fighters. You've got Arthur Abraham, who uses the shell defense, the peekaboo defense like this. You can't get through it, and he's either defending or attacking. He's never both at the same time. And when he defends, it's hard to penetrate. You saw him against Jermaine Taylor. Jermaine Taylor just could not get through. All you can do is hit his gloves. and it takes some skill, I feel, to break that down. I don't feel Carl Froch will be able to get the knockout in this one. If he's going for that, I would advise him to work the body. I don't think the head's really going to be in range. And then, in contrast, you have the defense of Carl Froch, which is dangerously open for a fight against this type of opponent. Dangerously risky business, keeping a low guard like Carl Froch has against Arthur Abraham. He doesn't protect himself enough, in my opinion, and that's why I feel he can get caught. Now, I've also already mentioned the game plan I feel Carl Froch needs to have. I feel he needs to go for the points victory. I don't think he should be carried away. He should try and elude Arthur Abraham for the whole fight. And I feel he could win. This could happen if he adopts that game plan and he sticks to it. He can win this fight by points decision. Okay. However, this is Carl Froch we're talking about, and in my opinion, I think he's going to get drawn in to a war. He's going to get drawn into and he's going to get too tempted to punch, because he knows he can punch, so he wants to prove something. Yeah, he wants to prove that he's the guy who can get the knockout, and I don't think he has the discipline as Andre Durrell type fighter has, where for the whole 12 rounds, if Arthur Abraham comes at you and tries to assert his dominance and his pressure on you, you have to keep a cool head and you have to stick to your game plan. If you get carried away, then you're going to get into a slugging match and you're going to get risk of getting caught with bombs. I think that's what's going to happen in this one. I think eventually Carl Froch can't resist the temptation of getting into a slugging match, and I feel Arthur Abraham, this is a guy who has power. He'll hit you, and 2 or 3 seconds later, you're on your knee. You're taking a knee because the power of the punch is just getting to you. He has good body shots, and you know he's just. I feel he's going to get the stoppage in this one. And I just feel this purely down to the fact that Carl Froch, although he's mentioned to the media he's going to try and work beyond the jab, I feel Carl Froch is going to be too tempted to get into a real trade of blows with Arthur Abraham, and that could be his downfall in this one. So, as I mentioned, my prediction is Arthur Abraham by stoppage, but I also appreciate that Carl Froch could get the decision victory in this one. However, I don't think that can happen, and with regards to the stoppage for Arthur Abraham, I think it could happen at any time in the fight. That's why I'm not going for later or earlier. I just feel that it could happen at any time. He's a guy with the power to make it happen at any moment. So that's my prediction. Thank you for watching my video. That's just my opinion. Please give me your opinions, comment on my page, comment on this page. Once again, thank you for watching. This is BoxPred. I'm out.